Hello. Another one of my short videos. I'm trying to share some of the journaling tags and elements that I've been working on the last couple weeks. And I like to recycle when I can. This particular image came from a little handbook on birds in North America. Picked it up at a book sale and cut the pages out and reused the ones that I could. This one I cut down and backed it with some lined paper for journaling and machine stitched, and then inked the edges for some dimension. This cardstock is pretty heavy, which is really great for a little mini journal cover. I've probably had this 7 or 8 years, so I don't remember the paper pack, but I loved the butterflies and the flowers on it, and it was just enough piece of paper left to make this little mini journal, I guess. And it's tied in the middle, some blank pages. And this tag was made from a little book on friendship and butterflies. Love this quote by Winston Churchill. It says, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And I've added a piece of satin ribbon at the top for a tab and a little scrap of lace, machine stitched all the way around, and added paper for journaling to the back. And this little mini book, this is one of my flower pictures that I printed out on matte photo paper, so I kind of like the texture on that, and I layered it with some coffee dyed paper and a scrap of this pretty coral colored paper, front and back, machine stitched all the way around, and added some journaling pages inside. And I like what some of the ladies are doing with adding some elements to their envelopes right now. This envelope I did not have to coffee dye this. I actually found these at a secondhand store, and they were old and discolored already, which was great. So all I had to do was stamp a couple layers. I stamped here. These, like I said, these were already old and discolored, so that comes naturally. And I just layered some scraps of paper, some book page, and I love that bird image that came from the bird book that you saw earlier. But I'm going to add a tag to that later. And this tag, I just love this image of this, I don't know if that's a rose, I guess, and printed that. Found this paper that matched, a pretty one-sided scrapbooking paper, layered it on coffee dyed paper, and added, it had just this scrap piece of vintage trim left, and I just hit it with enough adhesive to add that, and machine stitched it to the coffee dyed paper, and you could definitely write on the back. And this is another one of those pretty tags that I tried printed on vellum. Printed a whole sheet of those, and I've had a great time working with that. I printed a black and white image from Pinterest onto the vellum, and I just hit the dark areas, maybe this one and this one, only one or two places. I hit the back of the vellum with some double-sided adhesive, enough to attach it to the cardstock base so that it'll stay in place while I machine stitch it. And so I attach it to this cardstock and then machine stitch all the way around. Added some sari silk, added some trim here at the top, and coffee dyed paper on the back. So there you go. I enjoy making them. Hope you enjoyed looking at them. Give them a try. Thanks. Have a good day.